I'm a kid.
And you love sports.
I love sports.
Then don't move because it's time for Kidsports.
I love Kidsports. And if you want to know everything there is about sports, this is where you want to be.
Like how to buy the right stuff.
Some of the weird science behind your favorite sports.
We're even going to check out a few games that you've never even heard of.
We'll meet real sports stars.
And don't forget Pep Talk with Coach Pep. Wow, and to start things off, do you think you're good at what you do? Well, there's always room for improvement, right?
Right. Watch this.
You sure can. Come with me. I'll show you how. The first thing I want to show you is how to stand properly. So we're going to put our feet shoulder width apart and straight. So turn your right foot. See, you're pointing out a little bit like a pizza, like a piece of pizza. There you go. Perfect. Whoa. Now if your heels are out, you're going to roll backwards. And if your toes are out, you're going to roll forward. So we want to put our feet straight, perfect like you have them. We're going to bend our knees over our toes. And don't bend at the waist. A lot of people tend to bend at the waist. Keep your backside straight over your heels. So you're standing perfectly. Shoulder width, feet apart, knees over toes, rear end over heels, hands in front, and you're looking forward. Now that you know how to stand, I'm going to show you how to roll forward and how to roll backwards intentionally. First, I'm going to put my toes out because in order to roll forward, I have to have my toes out. And then I'm going to bend my knees. Now, depending on how far out my toes are, depends on where I'm going to direct my feet. So I want them to stay kind of close together. I'm going to point my toes in a little bit, but out at the same time. So I'm not out like this, I'm like this. And I'm going to bend my knees. And then I'm going to put my toes in, bend my heels, and go in. Now that you know how to break with both your feet on the ground going forward and backwards, I'm going to show you what the most common way to break on inline skating is. The trick is we're going to keep our feet side by side, and we're going to use the brake on the back of your right skate. It could be on your left, but it happens to be on your right. Sometimes skates have them on both sides. But what you're going to do is when you start to roll a little bit and you want to stop, that's when you're going to put your feet together, push your right foot in front, and then lift your toe up a little bit. So the trick is to keep your feet side by side and straight. In order to keep them straight, remember you have to keep your toes pointed straight. Then you're going to put your right foot all the way in front and lift your toe up a little bit. Okay, now put it a little more in front for me. There you go, and lift your toe up a little. Perfect. Now that you learned how to stop, we can practice and learn to skate a little better.
How did inline skating get started?
The first pair of known roller skates was in the 1700s, and then in 1865, the traditional roller skates that we knew and loved back then became popular. And then in the 1990s, inline skating became popular.
What types of inline skating are there?
Well, now we see a lot of people playing roller hockey. We see more speed skating. We even see aggressive skaters, along with recreational and, of course, artistic, and not to mention transportation.